Sagittarius, and welcome to your end of May reading, early June. It's basically the Mercury Retrograde that I'm trying to look at the energy for you because it is in a rough week right now. It's in one of the stronger periods of the Mercury Retrograde up until June 3rd. After June 3rd, it's going to turn around, and you might feel a little dizzy when it does. And then it will be in the shadow period. So whatever lessons you did not learn, you will be learning, or it will give you another opportunity to learn them. So we're going to look into the sun, moon, and rising signs of the Sagittarius collective. It may or may not resonate with you because it is a general reading and will not resonate with everyone. Energies can be reversed, so assign the roles you please. If it doesn't resonate with you, you can check out your other parts of your astrology chart, or you can get a personal reading, which it's in the description box down below, and you can check out those details. At the end of this video, there'll be suggested videos, and if you like this reading or entertain in some way, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Okay. So remember, this is a timeless reading. I forgot to tell the other signs that there is no time in the universe. It's multidimensional. So whenever you find this, it's when you find it. I'm saying this is what I'm asking for and this is what I'm looking for. But depending on your astrology chart will depend on when this stuff actually starts to come into play with you. And so on the screen at the end of this video will be about the Mercury retrogrades that you can check out just in case this doesn't resonate with you yet. You can check out other videos, okay? All right, let's see what they want to tell you. And because, you know, sometimes people watch the videos over and over and over again. Just because you watch it right now, it may not resonate. And then, like, watch it a week later, and you're like, oh my gosh, it does resonate. So, all right, so you've been working on standing your ground, setting boundaries, and just, like, having a firm foundation. One more. Okay. And with all that work might be making you exhausted, burnt out, maybe in deep contemplation. I know my husband's a Sagittarius and he's been sleeping a lot. Like, it's been interesting. He doesn't sleep that much, but he's been sleeping a lot. I'm like, wow, your dad's sleeping again, you know, to the kids. But whatever it is this is what is supposed to happen because the wheel is moving forward. Okay, so the wheel moving forward can be that. I actually want to pull on it because it can be many things. It can be a change of a cycle, or the ending of a cycle and the beginning of a new one. It can mean just stuck energy is starting to move forward. It can mean that life is feeling really fast for you, even though we're in the retrograde, which is kind of crazy, right? So let's pull on this Wheel of Fortune. What do we have? Okay, so we have the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands, and we have okay, so somebody's trying to give somebody love. There is communication involved in this. Somebody's being very idealistic and following their heart, and coming in with this, it's not as small as an energy because it is a knight, so not too bad. But then we have the Page of Wands, which is good news, communication. For those of you who want a job offer, you could be getting a job offer as well because it's moving forward. But it's just being able to express yourself and having a more connected relationship with someone. So more unified love, partnership, a mutual attraction. So whatever was happening that was making you not have those things, it's like I think that they're going to be working on during this retrograde, okay? I'm going to pull a different deck and see what else we can find out. What else can we tell Sagittarius about what is going on in their lives for this retrograde period, for this bigger energy? Okay. All right, so on this card, we have this gentleman is admiring his the money he's made, admiring what he likes. So they're on one side of the coin. I feel like you admire when you do really hard work, and on the other side of the coin is a lack mindset, poverty, isolation, and worry. Interesting. So where are we going with this? I need to pull some cards with this. I'm not understanding fully. I see, and then at the end of that is the Empress. It's like you're going to win at the end. That's what it means. It's like maybe you're wavering back and forth from two different mindsets. One where you feel really, really positive, and one where you just don't. But in the end, after all of this wavering back and forth, you're actually going to succeed, and it's going to bring in a lot of self-love. So we have to be able to see see the difference, to see the contrast. So I'm seeing two conflicting, contrasting cards. If you can see them right here, we have this guy who's like, you know, really admiring what he's done, admiring his money, and on the other side we have someone who is, you know, has a victim mentality, lack mindset. That's, you know, why they're in the place that they're in right now. It's just not a good place. Like if you looked in your mind and you saw that picture right here, you'd be like, oh gosh, you know, is that how I feel? And in the end, it's like you're going to be going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth until finally you stabilize in the Empress energy, which is good. So yeah, the disruptions have to do with issues in your past where you didn't get the love that you wanted. And it's really disrupting you and making you feel like at times a victim, and then at times really proud of yourself because you have, you know, overcome these things, or, you know, you've lived through them. In the end, though, it's the same thing. We have a disruption happening between the two. And then it's about these past memories, the past, not recent, but maybe childhood, and where, you know, you feel like nobody lit the candle for you. I don't know what that means, but that's kind of how I'm seeing it. And in the end, you're going to start to feel more love and get that Empress energy. And really, I think you're going to go through the ringer, is what I think, during this retrograde. It feels like it's going to be very emotional for you. I do want to pull out this Messages of Love Oracle card, and I want to see where you're at. Like, what is this? What's going on here? You know, what's going on? This seems like the love between you and yourself, not anybody else. This is like you're having to reconcile some issues within your past, within yourself, and make some decisions to be more present in life, to move forward, and to forgive the other people in the situation. I feel like they're showing me that you may have already forgiven yourself for it, but there's people who really did you wrong, that it's time for you to let that energy go and move forward, okay? All right, let's go ahead and grab some cards on your love life, because I know some people wanted to know that. So let's see what your lover is saying at this time. If they could say anything to you, what would they say? And see how they see you. Okay, we'll go ahead and pull some cards on that. Like how are they seeing Sagittarius right now, their lover? And what would they say to them? If they could, in this 3D dimensional reality, they're not talking obviously, so let's find out what they will say. Well, we have some upside down cards. I'm going to pull how do they see Sagittarius, and how do these cards actually go together. Before I say anything, I want to make sure I'm getting this right. And maybe this is going to throw you, from what I'm seeing, it might throw you into a little bit of contemplation. Okay. All right, Sagittarius, we have some judgment going on. I feel like they see you as being judgmental. And they're not really connecting in with you as much. Wow. Okay. The Hermit. They may be isolating, withdrawing from you, making you feel like loneliness within the relationship, and giving some inner turmoil, some deep-seated fears, secrets, and release and worry. So there's something going on. And they're saying that it's not really a time that they want to make amends at this moment. They know what you want, but they're not able to see your lives different than it's been. They're kind of stuck in it. So here, this is what I'm thinking. Your person's going through a tower moment. It's not your problem. It's not your issue. So you need to just let them do whatever they're going to do so they can balance out on the other side. Because right now, it doesn't look like they're wanting to connect at this moment. It doesn't look like you're getting what you need from them. And I really believe that's a retrograde thing. So let them wallow in their stuff, whatever they need to do. And then once they're done wallowing, let's find out where this is going to go. What would be the outcome? I was telling the other signs, if your video is long, it's not always a good thing. It means there's a lot going on. Some of the signs videos are really short because they just don't really have a ton going on right now. And some of these are a lot longer. So let's see what we can get, Sagittarius. So it basically feels like there's disconnection, but it's not your fault. Let's put it that way. Somebody's trying to gain their independence. They want some alone time. That is not necessarily you. It could be you, but I don't know. And they're a little fickle and moody, caught up in fantasy, and they're working on their own self-love right now. They're imbalanced and misaligned. They're not really seeing the value of anything at this moment. Okay, that's great, but what is the outcome of this? I mean, is this what we're just going to be dealing with for the till June? That somebody's going to not really be fully connected with Sagittarius? I mean, what's going on? Give me an outcome card. Okay, it's going to make you make decisions and look at your life and decide what it is that you really want. I mean, maybe you're going to need to have a conversation with this person. I don't see any conversation cards at this moment, so I would hold off. Just let this person do what they're going to do, and we'll check it out in the next reading to see how this is going to end. They're not really giving me how it's going to end, so I guess they just don't want me to keep asking. Because if I keep asking, they're just going to give me the same cards. What they want you to, I guess they want you to feel it. You know what I mean? Like sometimes we don't have all the information, because if we do, we wouldn't fully do what we need to do to progress on to the next stage of life, or to progress on to the next stage of that relationship. So don't get angry. Please don't get angry. You know what I mean? I'm just kidding. I mean, it's a retrograde. You're going to do what you're going to do. Like when you're done hearing this, you're going to feel your feels, release, and then you're going to move on, and then life will be different. The closer we get to the middle of June, you're going to start to feel better and better and better. So just hold off. If you're feeling uneasy, if this reading made you feel uneasy, just hold off until you get into the middle of June. And then by that time, I'll be back from vacation. We'll be able to take a look more into this situation. Okay. All right. Sagittarius, if you like this video and entertained in some way, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And on the screen is suggested videos for you. All right. Have a great day. Bye.